All right, good evening. Welcome to this recording of the Snowflake Sports Podcast. It is 8:15 on October 1st, and I am joined by my good friend Fritz. How you doing, Fritz?
Pretty good, Dan. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Ended a crazy week 4 of football. I was I was kind of sad that the Bills lost, but that was actually a pretty great game. But we will start with your Green Bay Packers and kind of just the atrocious officiating, I would say.
That's fair to say. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, because it was pretty bad from the start, and it really didn't help, especially till the very end. Here, you could take it away, because I feel like you got a lot to say right now. But
I do not want to come off as, a biased fan and have my own personal takes, but the officiating was absolutely atrocious. You are 100% correct. Like, from the beginning, that unnecessary hit to the head on Darius Shepard on the initial kickoff, and then the one to Jamal Williams, where he was literally being stood up by two defenders, not moving. The play was over, and then for the other player to come in and hit the guy directly in the head and send him out on a stretcher.
yeah.
Now, we're going to talk about the Vontaze Burfict hit later, but I was arguing with somebody on Twitter earlier this week that the hit on Williams was worse, because although Vontaze has his history, there was still reason to try and at least tag or tackle Jack Doyle.
Yeah.
Like, the play wasn't over yet. With Williams, the play was over. Derek Barnett should have been ejected immediately. Because if the NFL is really serious about trying to get those plays out of the league, that is clear as day not okay.
Yeah. Definitely.
And, not to mention, Derek Barnett was the guy that stripped Aaron Rodgers later in the game. So, the biggest play of the game, one of the biggest plays of the game to happen from a player that shouldn't have even been in the game is insanely frustrating for me. And then, just the game can be defined by just the Eagles doing hits, holds, and face masks. Like, that's it. That was the whole game.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Packers did not play great, and I'm not concerned about them, really. The Eagles have a great offensive line, so the fact that the Packers came into that game leading the league in sacks and then didn't come out with a single sack or turnover or takeaway, not really too concerned about that. They have a stellar offensive line. So, and then the fact that they couldn't really stop the run, I'm a little bit more worried about that. I think that's really the only hole in their defense. But it was assuring to see that the offense really kind of started to click in the end. I saw a lot of I have a ton of friends that are Eagles fans, so I had a lot of arguments coming to me that last play at the end of the game, with Valdez Scantling, that pass.
Yeah.
First of all, everybody's comparing Matt LaFleur to Pete Carroll right now. Let me explain the difference between Pete Carroll and Matt LaFleur and those two plays. Pete Carroll had Marshawn Lynch, who was decimating the Patriots defense. Mm-hmm. He was running all over them, and the fact that they had it, second or third down on the 1 yard line with the best power running back in the NFL in probably the past decade, he should have ran the ball. The Packers...
Maybe. I don't know. So I heard, Mima Kynes from ESPN? Mm-hmm. She kind of made a good statement that, say Marshawn runs the ball. Say he does get stopped. They have no timeouts. And, you're going to have to pass eventually. So why not pass on that down? If you get incomplete, then you could run it. They just picked the wrong play.
That's true. That's true. But in contrary, the Packers run game that night was not working.
No,
at
not
all. the Eagles have this massive wall called Fletcher Cox, and
Yeah.
have you seen Fletcher Cox? He's a monster. He's
amazing.
He's so fucking big. Yeah. But like along with that and Derek Barnett and who's their other defender that the guy that stripped Tom Brady in the Super Bowl?
Malcolm Jenkins? Or is that no?
No.
It's probably like a linebacker.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Yeah. But so their defensive line is stout as hell, and we have, be it, for the past 2 years he's led the league in yards per carry, but Aaron Jones is only 5'9". Like he's not a big guy, and our power running back was in the hospital. So being able to punch it in. Also, Aaron Rodgers has been injured the past 2 years. I don't really feel that great about him trying to muscle up against Fletcher Cox. So if they want to keep throwing the ball, I'm okay with it.
Wait, so you got in fights with people saying that they should have run it?
No, I got in fights with people about okay. That was just something else that I was bringing up. What I was really getting arguments about was like that last play. And people were telling me that it wasn't PI and that it was within a yard. Valdez-Scantling was getting tackled during that play. That was like, if you're not going, like the whole, Jesus Christ, like after everything that the Saints did to change the league, the fact that they actually changed the rule, or they made a new rule for that is the play that you're going to use that rule for.
Yeah.
Like, I get if you're not going to use it for, like, Hail Marys, because, duh, like, everybody gets held up on Hail Marys. But, like, if you can just straight up tackle somebody within 1 yard and not get that call reversed, what the hell is the point of the rule?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So, I mean, going into next week, I'm not too worried. Not having Devontae Adams isn't great.
They got a short week, right? Don't they play Dallas?
They play Dallas, Thursday?
Yeah.
But no, they got a long week because they played on Thursday.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay.
So I mean, the fact that Devontae Adams has turf toe, they play at 4:30 on Sunday. So I mean, not having him isn't great, especially because he made the entire Eagles secondary look like a bunch of JV players.
Yeah. No one could guard him for that first quarter.
He's the best route runner in the league. I don't care what anybody else says. He might not be the best overall receiver in the league, and even like as a Packers fan, I wouldn't say that. I would probably say it's either honestly, it's probably Julio Jones still to this day.
I'd say Hopkins maybe.
Hopkins, yeah. I mean, who would you rather have?
I guess. So I don't really know because I don't want to knock Matt Ryan off for just like not being able to score in the red zone. I feel like that's partially like wide receiver faults too. So that's why I kind of give Hopkins like the upper edge just because it seems like he can actually score touchdowns.
I agree. I think like if you're putting everything, actually, you know what? Another thing. If you look at like any top 5 receiver list in the past like 2 years, how many people have put Mike Evans on that list?
Probably not a lot.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot. And like that has been such a huge mistake. He's so freaking good. And he's doing it at a that's another argument I was having with somebody about this, and they were like, "Well, he hasn't had any like big time games and everything, and he's not like on a big league team, so that's why he isn't getting noticed." And I'm like, "Okay, what about OBJ and DeAndre Hopkins?" Like,
yeah,
exactly.
But it's just you have Winston as your quarterback. Like, I don't think he's that great, even though he keeps. I don't know. He did. I haven't looked at this Rams-Bucks stat line. But I think he did pretty okay if they scored 55 points.
Yeah. And then the week before, he had 3 touchdowns and like 40 fantasy points in the first half.
Yeah, that's the Giants though. That's like a college like Division II
secondary,
basically.
That's true.
That's all skewed. I mean, right? Like Dak got like a perfect passer rating against them. So
Yeah, that's true.
That says much. Okay, so going back to the Packers game. So yeah, that first quarter, I completely agree. The punt, I forget who that player was, just clearly got hit in the helmet, like helmet to helmet, and then
Darius Shepard.
Okay, and then Jamal Williams, right? Is that
Yep.
correct? Yeah, that was terrible. Like, I was kind of looking at my phone, and I didn't see the play initially, and I saw slow-mo, and it's like, clearly he's stopped. Like, there's no reason for you to go back and like just completely pummel him.
It's like one of those old like 70s movies where there's like this nerd kid and there's these three bullies and two of them just like each one grabs an arm and the other guy just like starts beating him in the gut.
No, yeah.
It's exactly like that. Like he couldn't. No, it was the play was over. It was
yeah. But I just don't understand. So like, I think me and you are in agreement that these refs, not even this game, but just like the entire season, have been awful.
Inconsistent and garbage, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I do want to give the refs credit. Ever since they blew that horrendous call with
Saints?
with the Saints.
Yeah.
Against the Rams. Ever since then, I have noticed like an upturn of them letting plays continue.
Oh yeah, that's obvious. It's like every play they just let it go, even though it's like, oh yeah, he's
down
like,
for two. We
yeah.
really messed that one up. We should have let that go. Everybody, let's huddle together. We need to just never do that again. So they've gotten that right, but other than that, not on the same page about anything really.
No.
And not a lot makes sense.
Though, okay, so there were the two, in this game too, there were the two pass interference, challenges. And I think most people thought the Packers, the first one, the Packers wide receiver got,
punched in the face?
Yeah. I wouldn't say punched in the face, he kind of got, slapped in the face. It was a little, and then the other one was kind of, I didn't think it was much.
It was a little ticky-tacky, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought the first one really wasn't that bad. And this is just because I feel like when you slow down pass interference, everything looks like pass interference.
That's true.
So
that's true.
And I just want to give, I want the rule to almost be help the defenders defend more easily, because it seems like they can do nothing, and it seems like the offender can just push and do whatever, and it's totally fine. So
the only thing that I want to push back on that, here's the thing. I do think that defenders need to be able to play more. The NFL has made it impossible for defenders to actually defend.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody gets so butthurt and bored about low scoring games, but I love the defense. I love good shutdown defense. I mean, I know a lot of people like high scoring games and stuff, but if you go watch college,
Big 12, that's for you.
Yeah. But yeah, no, stout defenses and shit. I love that stuff. Or shut down corners. That's awesome. But the only thing about that play that really bothered me was the fact that the defender made absolutely no attempts to defend at the make a play on the ball, and he was literally just shoving the other guy.
Yeah.
I don't. If you're gonna have plays like that, like where you can challenge those, I don't think they really should overturn them unless they're big impact plays that really decide the game.
Okay.
I don't know that I might have to rethink that, but I don't think that's something that should be done often. You know.
Yeah, but they're almost so. Is this a new rule this year where you still have two challenges, but you lose one per half? So you get only one in the first half, one in the second half?
I thought you only got one. Oh, wait. I thought it was just two per game.
So that's what I thought. But then I keep, listening to, radio people or just, podcasts, and they're saying that, you get two challenges, but, if you don't use the first one in the first half, then you lose it, which makes no sense to me. I don't know if that's a new rule. I'll have to dig deeper in that. Because it used to be you had two, and then if you got those both right, you got a third.
That is really dumb.
Yeah, that's just really stupid. So you're almost insensitizing people, like, oh, if it's 3 minutes and I just, like, chuck a pass and so there's, like, some contact, let me challenge it for no reason and slow the game up. So they gotta figure that out. I think it's good to look at it just because of what happened last year and what, like, that whole Saints game. But yeah, it just seems like it's getting a little ridiculous at this point. And then, so the last play, it looks like Scatling. At first, I thought it was just a bang-bang play. It was a good defensive play. But when you slow it down, it's like clear he's getting hit. So, and it's fourth down. There's like 30 seconds left or whatever time it is. Like, that completely changes the game. And if he doesn't get hit, maybe he catches it and scores touchdown. We go to overtime, you know. Yeah, so that was ridiculous. I hope they...
I would just like to throw this out there. I would like anybody, if they want to... Dan, you can put my number out somewhere. If anybody can send me a play in the past, like, 4 years where Aaron Rodgers has thrown an interception that wasn't a deflected ball by, by his receiver. Like, they tried to catch it, and then the receiver just bobbled it, and it got bumped up in the air for somebody else to catch. I would love to see that, because those are the only interceptions he throws.
At Fritz Ear on Twitter. America,
come
go find
at
it.
me.
I'll take it to that, too. That just kind of seems fun. Because he really doesn't. Or at least from what I remember. And his interception line is always so low, so...
No, it's the best in... His touchdown interception ratio is the best in NFL history.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. Anyways, this game was just fun to watch, personally. Just because it was high scoring. There was good defense occasionally, I guess.
Yeah.
But, poor thing for that Maddox corner, though.
Yeah,
he got burned the whole game, and then just gets, like, laid out. And I thought he died.
By his own teammate, too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you gotta avoid doing shit like that. Oh my god. I was telling my friend that, like, dude, you teach he's an Eagles fan. I was like, yo, teach your team how to make a damn tackle.
Yeah, right?
Put two players on a stretcher and one was your own guy.
You need to play rugby. Learn to tackle with the shoulder.
Yo, we'll get to that once we start talking about Burfict.
Yeah, right, yeah. All right, let's switch it up. Let's go to my Buffalo Bills. They played, as you would say, a very defensive game.
Yo, they would have won that game if they had Allen.
Allen, maybe. So the problem is, right, so...
Allen would have at least given them a chance.
Right, but they're like, I think it was 4th and 4 when Matt Barkley comes in and just throws a dime to John Brown. Like a 20-yard
game.
Did.
That was
sick.
Nice catch,
I was like, yo, let's go.
Shoulder catches, ugh.
Yeah, so, like, my thing is, if they drop that play for Josh Allen, which they probably don't, maybe they do like they don't really do RPOs, which is kind of mind-boggling to me.
It is mind-boggling.
But maybe they do that, or like throw a slant to like Cole Beasley, maybe they get it, or like just let Josh Allen run. But he's not making that pass. Like, that's too accurate for him to do. So, like, maybe, like, you know, on that 4th and goal situation, you could do so much more with Josh Allen than you can with Matt Barkley. Especially when your top receivers are, like, 5'9".
Josh Allen looks like the white version of Cam Newton.
Yeah, no, he really is. Except that he doesn't throw as well. Or I guess he's more inaccurate. But
you sure about that?
Well, I guess now. But I'm saying, like, Cam Newton was MVP. So, like,
Cam Newton has also never been accurate. Like... Cam Newton had a bomb of an arm, but he was never really that accurate. He just had guys that could run really deep, like Ted Ginn. Like, he's always been. And if you look at his year, every like Cam's career looks like a sine curve. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, 1 year he's down, fantastic, and then the next year he's like, oh, this guy is below average, and then next year he's MVP, and then next year he's like, and then, oh my God, we need this guy on my fantasy team. Like, you never know what you're gonna get with Cam, and now he's injured, but like, did you see like the game against the Bucks? It looked like he didn't know how to throw a ball.
Yeah, people were saying that it was because of the injury, and I also think we'll talk about him later. I think it was Shaq Barrett just like destroying their line. And there were 2 plays where he just like blew through the guard and just got a sack. Like, there's so much injury he can do, but he just totally rattled him.
Yeah.
I mean, going back to Cam, though, we might not see him play another game as a Carolina Panther.
I can see that.
Kyle
Allen looks nice.
Kind of holding up, you know?
Yeah.
And they
He's
haven't
doing
really
enough
seen... Yeah, exactly.
with McCaffrey.
Yeah. But going back to this Bills game, it was just so... It was great, though. So actually, I watched this game at a Bills bar in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and it was pretty great. People were hyped. They were just doing, like, $8 pictures of, like, Molson and Labatt. I was like, ooh, dude, this is Western New York in a bottle. But, like, Tom Brady looks so bad. And
Can we stop this narrative that Tom Brady is still the best quarterback in the league? Like,
well, I mean, not now. No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, like, exactly.
No,
like,
I don't think anyone.
He has the
that.
best. He's got the best career out of any quarterback in the league. But like, to say that he is the best quarterback in the league right now is beyond stupid.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
He has the best defense in the league right now. Their defense looks so damn good.
Yeah.
They're special. Can we put down Matt Slater as like the best special teams player to ever live besides like Devin Hester?
Yeah. No, pretty much.
Like, Jesus Christ. That guy just has made both those two guys just have made careers out of like not being able to do anything else but like always doing exactly what you need to do on special teams.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, props to them, though. They can make their own... Or at least they get to stay on the team.
Did you see that thing that Micah Hyde said after the game?
No, what did he say?
Somebody was interviewing, they asked him about the hit on Josh Allen, and they were like, well, let's be honest right now. If any of us had done that to Tom Brady, we would have been ejected and suspended immediately.
Oh, absolutely. Like, be done.
They're not. They don't even hide it anymore. Like there was that one Dolphins player a couple weeks ago that said the ref, after he sacked Tom, he told him to, or he said stay off Tom or something like that. Like
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I could see that. That's not even that surprising, honestly. But,
like they're not even trying to hide it anymore.
Yeah. It's a little ridiculous, but
it is ridiculous. And it makes sense because, like, even in his whatever, so God, how many ever years, he's the highest, like he's got the highest jersey sales, and obviously the Patriot, he's got the biggest brand out of any like player in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
he's making the league a shit ton of money, so I get why you would want to protect him monetarily, but like, in the eyes of an athlete. That's so freaking frustrating.
Yeah.
Just play the game.
Yeah. Don't retire, man. You're 45. Like,
that too.
You're freaking old. Like,
oh my God.
That would have been. This is probably just recency bias. That was like one of the worst games I've seen him ever play.
Oh yeah.
He had to throw the ball away like at least 8 times, just like on a third down. Like he wasn't hitting anyone. Maybe that was just because like
he also didn't get called once for throwing the ball away.
He had one.
He did for intentional
grounding. He threw it at the ground, like behind line scrimmage, inside the tackle box. So
I saw like intentional grounding like 5 times and not a single one get called. Even the announcers were like, "Oh, you didn't. I guess the refs aren't going to call that one."
So I thought some of them though they landed in bounds, right? Like he just like threw to like a spot of area that like no one was at. So I think that's still legal because it landed in bounds. But yeah, he's almost never outside the tackle box.
I thought it had to be in. You have to be outside of the tackle box, or it has to be like within a reasonable distance of the receiver.
Oh, well maybe. Actually, yeah, that makes more sense. So yeah, okay. I mean, it's the refs. They're always going to side with Tom Brady in the past. So, yeah, that probably was a bunch of grounding. I mean, so there were some people, I feel like Bills fans too, also just think that the refs are out against them, which is like slightly true. You're a small market team, so like no one really cares about you. But like, I don't know, they were just like saying like, oh, there's a hold here, there's a hold there, and it's just like there's holding in every play. Like you just gotta play through it. And if they call it, they call it.
I don't know if I brought this up last play, but like, can we just stop Can they finally change holding to a 5-yard penalty? Because it does it does happen on every single play, and two, getting a holding call, it kills drives every single time.
Yeah.
10 yards. It
Yeah.
takes 3 plays just to go 10 yards. So you get that on a 1 call, you're gonna double that. I don't know.
Yeah, but it almost insensitized to
to
do
not
more
hold.
holding. Which
Well,
I guess it's happening every play. So I don't know. That's interesting. Because it is bad though. When you tackle someone to the ground, I think that should still be 10 yards. But I guess on the flip side, offsides is only 5. So, but I guess that is more correlated with a false start, which is also 5. So, I don't know. You could subpoena, Goodell or something. But so this game though, I feel
write a
like
strongly worded letter.
yeah, I'll definitely get to him. So this game though, I feel like the Bills almost kind of figured out how to beat the Pats though, and that mostly has to do with you having a top 5 defense that can stop Tom Brady from doing anything. But a lot of it is kind of in a run game. So having a running back that could just run through the tackles like Frank Gore, and then also having a running back like T.J. Yedlin who can kind of go out and do these wheel routes or just very short 5-run dump passes, and then just because Kyle Van Noy is great, but he can't really run that well, and he can't really keep up with these running backs.
Yeah.
So it's just I feel like those linebackers are the weak point. Of course, their secondary is amazing. Devin McCourty has 4 interceptions and he has 1 every game. And then, you got Stephon Gilmore, who's arguably the best corner. You got Patrick Chung coming out of jail, doing whatever he wants. And I forget their other corner, but I think it's the other McCourty. That's
Jason McCourty.
Yeah.
I believe.
So that's top notch. You're not going to really pass on them. And then I forget who's on their line, but anyways, I feel just having that 2-headed horse of
Didn't they get that guy from Seattle?
Oh yeah, Bennett, right? Michael Bennett.
Yeah, Michael Bennett.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah. So but
honestly, that's not who I was talking about, but that is. I think I was thinking of the guy that went to the
Ravens.
The Chiefs, but never mind. It worked. We figured it out.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just that 2 running back kind of system that might solve it out. So hopefully, a better team or that has a better offense can kind of beat this team, because I think this week they go play Washington. So
by the way,
that's another win.
Not to undercut you a little bit, but PFF's highest graded coverage corner out of 4 weeks is Jair Alexander. So
okay.
Putting that out there.
Stephon Gilmore's not the best.
Do you know who else is up there? Last week, who was the highest graded corner?
Who? Lattimore?
Carlton Davis on the Bucks.
What?
Yeah.
On who? Because didn't they play the Giants and didn't they kind of?
I don't know.
That's weird. Okay.
It kind of helps that their front 7 is insane.
Yeah, very true.
So probably doesn't have to cover for that long, but
that's true. I mean, they get the quarterback all the time.
Also, when is Frank Gore gonna age?
Never. He's a robot. He's just done.
Jesus Christ.
15,000 yards now, which is
He's
good
insane. For him. He's gonna end up probably in 3rd place unless he just wills himself into 2nd. But
yeah. How far is he away from? Who's 3rd? Do you know off the top of your head, or?
But I can look it up.
Yeah.
I know it's 2nd place. I think is Walter Payton.
Okay, that makes sense. But anyway, so back to this Bills game though. I felt like they outplayed them too. When you look at the numbers, they kind of did. 23 first downs to 11 for New England. they threw like 4 picks, but they still threw. Yeah, what was that?
So he is just a little under 200 under Barry Sanders.
Oh, okay.
So within like the next 2 or 3 games, he'll pass Barry Sanders to get into third place, and then so he's at 5,021, and then Walter Payton is in second place with 6,726. So like, if he played for like 3 more years, he could definitely do it. That's a lot for an old ass guy.
Yeah, especially in this age too.
But the way that he's running right now, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
If he stays on the Bills are a running team. So.
Yeah, very true.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to fill up time while you were looking it up.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was just so frustrating that they actually like should have won this game almost.
Oh, I fully believe that.
Yeah,
they had them. That was they should have won.
And it was just that stupid punt at the beginning of the game that got the Pats touchdown. That decided the game.
That's Bill Belichick for you.
Yeah, true. But also, so I was kind of thinking too. So that 4th and goal on the 3, I was like, yeah, go for it. Like the way you beat the Pats is like you step on their throat. Like you gotta take the risk. You gotta do like the Doug Peterson thing.
Well, then you jump on it.
Yeah,
a couple times. And then
right.
kick
So
it
if they kick that field goal, they get it. So that's 13, and then then like they stop the Pats. We are pretty sure they stop them, and they get the ball back, and then maybe they like can run it, and like not depend on their second string quarterback who they probably haven't prepared that long, and maybe get another field goal like late in the game. So trying to rush it. I don't know. I still was behind them, like going for it on 4th down, but I'm kind of like iffy. I don't know what your thoughts are, but
it's that kind of stuff is like ticky tacky. You're always gonna have plays like that where you can do what ifs in any situation. I really think that punt is the biggest killer for you guys. Yeah. It's just if you had that would have been the game.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, you could. There's a million plays you can go back in any game and be like, yo, if that play had gone differently, this would have happened. And if you do that, you're gonna drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
So
very true. It's all hindsight too.
Yeah.
Like, if one play goes differently, then the whole game, pretty much after that, doesn't really exist. So.
Yeah, momentum is huge. I don't think people realize how much momentum, coaching, and chemistry really goes into like sports.
Yeah.
Those three. It's not like everybody's just like all-star players and skill players and like who's got the best players in the league. Is that is hugely secondary to those other things that I just said.
Yeah.
Because look at what Bill Belichick does with nobodies every year.
Yeah. True. I think it's a little more prevalent, or you could see it more in basketball though, because when you watch a basketball game, it's like, oh, this team went on a 20-4 run. Oh, this team went 13-0. It's harder to see in football, but yeah, I agree how much it kind of goes. All right, now, so we're going to move on to talk about just Dak Prescott in general. Actually had to play against a legitimate defense and was not great. He had a 73 passer rating. He only threw for 223 yards. And yeah, I'll let you take it away.
Dan, I can't tell you how good this felt. I was watching this game. I was so excited watching this game because, hey, where are them boys at?
We the boys. Nope.
Where are you at
We're
now?
Hiding. They're all Kyle's drinking monsters. So.
When they crawl back into their hole, I get so happy.
Yeah.
You guys actually had to play a team that has talent.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
They didn't score a touchdown and you lost.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Listen. I'm not here to just shit on Dak Prescott. I don't think Dak Prescott's a bad quarterback. I do think Dak Prescott is Alex Smith. Like, he's good enough. Like, he's not going to make dumb plays. He can run, but, like, he is not Tom Brady. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's never going to be that guy that, like, if you need him to just take – he's never going to be that guy that will just take over a game. And honestly, you know what? I don't even want to say never because he's gotten a lot better in the past couple of years. And, like, maybe someday, but, like, right now, stop saying that he is the best quarterback in the league or a top 10 or top 5 quarterback in the league because he's not. Like, you guys have the best offensive line in the league. You guys have the best roster top to bottom in the league. Like, if I was going to look at the best rosters in the league, it's the Cowboys, and I hate the Cowboys.
Maybe the Saints.
Possibly, but, like, you could go back and forth with those two. Yeah. But, like, go back, watch all of the games with the Cowboys, play by play, or even just watch the highlights. Like, if you pay attention, look at Dak Prescott in the pocket. He's got so much time to do everything. And Amari Cooper's a fantastic receiver. Go, like, all his completion percentage, you guys are talking about how he's, like, making all, like, these great insane passes. He's passing to guys that are wide open every time. He's got I don't care how old Jason Garrett is. He's a Hall of Fame tight end. He knows what he's doing. He's going to make the right plays. He's an IBM guy. Like, he's just straight up dependable. He's a Toyota Corolla. Like,
last 10 years.
He's never been he's never been flashy, but, like, he's gonna get the job done. And then you guys have one of the best running backs in the league. Like, every single time. I think I saw the stat, like, when Zeke is held within 75 yards of rushing, the Cowboys or Dak Prescott is 1-9.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's so painfully obvious that they are a run-first team, and that when you can run the ball well, then you can play action well. And Dak does really good with play action, as does every other quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, it's so unbelievably frustrating to me just to hear just this megaphone on every single sports media talk show being like, Dak Prescott needs to be paid the highest. Why is it a competition for every quarterback who is the next guy up? Why does he have to be the next paid guy? Look at Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Look, what is he? I mean,
they're 3-0 though. So.
Shut up. Because they're 3-0. You know what?
They haven't played anyone good though. I don't think.
Exactly. Yeah.
The Bengals. They beat. I have to look up who else, but
the Bucks.
Yeah, which I guess they're kind of good now.
Is good, and I mean, I'm not gonna say that they're bad, but again, remember Jimmy Garoppolo threw 5 consecutive passes in a practice, 5 consecutive interceptions in a practice.
Yeah.
That is really, really hard to do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't want to sound like that guy, but practices are also where you should be throwing interceptions. Don't get me wrong. That's where you should be taking risky passes.
Yeah.
5 in a row? They horrible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I don't know. If I were the 49ers, I would regret making him the highest paid quarterback in the league. What about Matt Stafford? At some point, he was the highest paid quarterback in the league. How has that panned out?
Well, he looked pretty good against the Chiefs, but
he made the best pass of the year so far against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So there is that. I'm not saying Matt Stafford's bad. Matt Stafford is also debatably the toughest quarterback in the league. Yeah. Ever since he finished that game after separating his shoulder, Like, I have such respect for that guy, even if he's
not that great.
Well, I was gonna say a divisional opponent, but seriously, I just
I'd just like to say I love you came. I think the last time you were on, you called him a fat rabbit, and that's what I think. That's what I think every time I see him like run around or just like do anything. It's like, oh yeah, he's a little chubby dude.
I mean, have you seen his face? Like,
yeah, yeah, just a fat rabbit. But yeah, going back to Dak, this is what I hate about like the first like month of football, especially when your schedule is just like so easy. It's so stupid just to point at these games and just be like, oh yeah, look how awesome this offense is and look how great it is. But you play like like one of the 3 worst teams in the NFL, and then
there's debatably like 2, maybe 3 other teams that you could lump in there, but like, Jesus Christ. Like Dolphins are one of the worst teams ever.
I think
right
they
now.
will be when this season's over.
They're
yeah.
They look so bad. And honestly, if I'm the Dolphins right now, I'm stacking up on picks. Everybody's saying tanking for Tua. Tank for 2 years, okay?
Yeah.
Right now, stack up your offensive line. You got Devontae Parker. He's pretty good. Maybe get another receiver or something. But get your offensive line. Do what the Cowboys did.
Yeah.
Stack up that offensive line, and then in 2 years, draft Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Oh my God, dude! If you want a home run for a quarterback, pick the guy who's 6'6", who demolished Alabama as a true freshman. Like,
yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like,
yeah. Especially, I think it's really the 6'6" too. Like, that guy's tall as fuck.
By the way, I don't know if I said this on your last podcast, but Cardinals fans, if Kyler Murray is bust, I don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Like, he's listed at what, 5'10", 5'9"?
Yeah. You said this last time, but yeah.
That is a reach.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting eaten up. He can run around and shit. He's really fast.
Yeah.
He looks like a little Darren Sproles, but
yeah. I think it helps though that he's on the Cardinals too, where this team is just so bad that like him just like creating these plays helps him.
Yeah.
Where if he was like playing on a better team, it might have like stuck out more that he's not going to be that great. But I don't know. He might still be good. You still have to give him time. But going back to the Dolphins, I completely agree with you. Don't go for Tua. You already have Josh Rosen, who like he's probably not that great, but he's been in terrible situations. So like, why don't you?
When people, I'm sorry to cut you off, but when people were talking about like that all those quarterbacks that year, everybody was saying that Josh Rosen looked like he was most ready for the NFL, and I did not see it at all. I don't know what everybody was seeing. I just didn't get it. Looking at him, he looks like a beanpole. Like, I don't know. There's just something about him, and even his attitude I didn't like. The way that he played, the way that he looked, I don't know. I didn't get a good feeling about the guy, and it shows because the other 4 guys look way better than he does.
Yeah.
I mean, even last year, you can say that he was on a really bad team. He didn't have a great offensive line, but like the Cardinals still had weapons. Like Christian Kirk is really good, and Larry Fitzgerald is a top 5 all-time receiver, and David Johnson is a really good running back. And to not have any offensive production at all.
I feel like I was more on Steve Wilkes though, because like
it could have been.
I think there was one stat where like he almost never used David Johnson on screens, which is like the dumbest thing you could ever do.
Yeah.
So, like I feel like their offense was more on him than Rosen.
David Johnson right now is this is bold for me to say, but right now As of right now, David Johnson is starting to look a little bit like Peyton Hillis.
Ooh. Okay.
Am I wrong?
That's-
Like, I mean, I get it's been because of injuries, but at the same time, he had one incredible season where he looked like the best receiver or the best running back in the league. And since then, he just hasn't done anything much, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he was running over people, and he looked unstoppable. And now he's just a guy. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he really hasn't done much. This Cardinals team is still winless, so you can't really say, like, oh, yeah, he's doing great.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I would agree
you don't
with
have
that,
to have
yes.
wins to be a stellar player. I mean, look at OBJ for the past couple of years, or DeAndre Hopkins, and
Yeah, but,
like,
I mean, the
they're
Texans
terrible
have been
teams that have
good,
incredible players.
kind of, though. Like, the Texans still make the playoffs and, you know, have a great defense and whatever.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right, speaking of defenses, though, wanted to talk all about Shaq Barrett, because I'm all on this hype train
Yo,
of him.
me
Defensive
too.
Player of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year, Dan.
Or just MVP? Should we just give it to him?
Hold
I
on,
mean,
whoa.
No, we're doing it. He's got 9 sacks. 9 sacks already in 4 games.
That's wow.
That's on pace to beat the Strahan record, right? Was
What
that
is-
23?
What is Strahan's record? Hold
I'll
on.
look that up right now. But I don't know. So, right, the Giants, they got that was 22.5. So,
Wow.
pretty on pace.
So to be on pace right now for 36.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
Jesus. I did not realize he had that many sacks already.
Yeah. 'Cause
Hold on, excuse me while I go look up the rest of the Bucs schedule.
Yeah. I mean, right, so that's it's a soft NFC South, too. Really the only
Oh
Saints are there.
So my best friend right now is a diehard Bucs fan, and I was just talking to him about this, about how he should definitely feel good about like the next year. First off, the Saints' offensive line, which everybody was saying was really good, no one looked that good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they got some games right now.
I mean, next week, Tampa at the Saints is going to be great.
They get to play the Cardinals. Oof, that's at least 2.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Especially Kyler Murray running around.
Now he'll run into Shaq Barrett at some point.
Yeah. But there's a really good, like, SB Nation article that kind of, like, because everyone was hyping about how Cam was hurt and that he wasn't looking good. But, like, really, it was Shaq Barrett just wrecking thing and doing these, like, chop moves and just getting around, just having so much more speed. And he wasn't really used that much in Denver because he was behind DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller. So now he's kind of just, like, showing the light. And this is a Bucs defense that, like, was terrible last year. And he's almost, like, single-handedly carrying this team.
I personally, can I tell you, I have not understood why the Bucs defense has been so bad over the past couple years. They've had nothing but like studs on their team. Like I mean, even in their secondary when they had Hargraves and Brent Grimes and who's their middle linebacker? He's like the most underrated middle linebacker in the NFL.
Honestly, I can't tell you much about the Bucs defense because I thought that
Levante David.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They got Vita Vea. They had Gerald McCoy. Like they had JPP. Like they had guys all across their defense. And
they had JPP after his.
Okay. All right.
So
people have been able to get sacks with clubs. All right. Nick Perry did it for a good year.
Yeah.
But no, it's nice to see the Bucs defense finally getting it together.
Yeah.
And they got some guys on offense. Now let's just hope.
Mike Evans.
Yes. Cameron Brate looks really good too.
Yeah. I mean, I always like OJ Howard. I think their tight ends are fantastic.
OJ Howard is also very good. Also, Goodwin.
Yeah.
Or Godwin.
Godwin, yeah. Goodwin's on the Niners.
Godwin, he's like the biggest fantasy sleeper in the league right now. He had like 40 points this week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That game blew my mind. That they were able to destroy the Rams, and like Goff looked terrible.
Yeah.
From what I've been hearing. He threw a bunch of picks, and I think he got that fumble right at the end that pretty much sealed the game. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of cool seeing Ndamukong Suh, totally botched that first name, but he just like picked it up and run it in, even though that guy's kind of a dick, but still.
Yeah. Not a huge fan.
But what a surprise though! Like that the Bucs just like completely trounced this team. Mm-hmm. That like I thought they were gonna go to the Super Bowl again. Like it's Sean McVay, like blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. But now it's not really looking like it.
I don't know what's going. They might be like a 1-year wonder. Because first off, did you hear Chris Carter today say that the Rams need to cut Todd Gurley?
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not gonna agree with him, but I'm at the same time not disagreeing with him. Because he doesn't even look like the same guy anymore.
Yeah, that's true. He's not even putting up, like, half his production, if that. So what I did for fantasy is I picked up Malcolm Brown, just thinking that either Gurley would get hurt or hoping that maybe he gets a cut or something, which would be great for me. But he's done nothing.
Did I tell you about my other league right now?
Nah, what's up?
Dude, do you want to hear about tragic? Because, first off, to start out the league, there were 2 guys in my league that were like, hey, let's each draft 5 running backs. Let's just screw everybody else over. And then, let me tell you about what I like to call the legend of my hospital team. Oh my god, hold on. I have it here somewhere. It's just like, okay, so these are all people that have been on my team. Lamar Miller, N'Keal Harry, Drew Brees, Bryce Love, Devin Funches, Deshaun Jackson, Michael Gallup, and I also have Devontae Adams.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can you just quit? Can you just be like,
dude, I'm not even trying anymore. Like, I'm literally just, it's a keeper league, and I'm just fire sailing.
Oh, that's annoying.
At this point. Yeah. I'm just like, hey guys, who wants first round picks? Let's go. Hand them over. I'll give you Devontae Adams. I have dude. My team was so good. I had Devontae Adams. I had Travis Kelce. I had Drew Brees. I had Aaron Jones, and Lamar Miller was good enough.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just.
I drafted Hollywood Brown. Like,
ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still actually like putting up decent numbers with my team, but like, I literally have to. I'm shot. My entire bench is injured too. Like, yeah. I'm sorry. No,
it's totally cool. I brought up fantasy, so like, it started. That's just bad. I feel bad for you, man.
It's okay. I'm in another league, so I'm I think I'm like 3-1. So hold it.
Nice.
But
well, fuck it. So like last night, I was going in. I was up by 15, and I had Juju, and the guy I was playing against had James Conner, and of course. Juju puts up like 3 points, James Conner puts up like 25, and I lose by like, maybe not 25, like 20, and I lose by 3.
Yo, let me.
Fucking kidding me, but.
I can actually top that because in my keeper league, the one that doesn't really matter, I got my first win last night because I had, who did I have? I think I had Mason Rudolph, and the other guy had Joe Mixon and the Steelers defense.
Oh.
And I was beating him by like 1.5 points. Yeah. And they got that sack at the end of the game to turn it over. So I'm only up by like 0.3 or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, hell yeah, I got this win. And I'm in a group chat with all my friends. And they're like, wait, they still have 2 knees left. And dude,
God.
I won, but I won by 0.02 of a point.
Oh my god!
Because of those two kneels. Like, I was... Oh, my God. I was like, oh! It was
That's all, like,
insane.
also, too, because, like, I don't know if it's new quarterbacks or just, like, older people, or they run back, like, 4 yards and then take the knee to, I guess, run more time off or something.
Yeah.
So if he did that, like...
Oh, I would have lost.
Yeah.
I honestly, there's a part of me that kind of wanted it to happen just because of how absolutely hilarious that would have been.
Yeah. That would have been a great story.
Just fun thing I realized. I think it's worth pointing out that our league right now has 3 starting quarterbacks named Mason, Baker, and Gardner.
Wait, that like each team has a starting quarterback that has those 3.
The league of
names.
It's like the League of Agriculture.
Yeah. Dude, the Midwest would be proud right now.
Speaking.
All right. So, anything else with NFL you want to wrap up? You want to talk about that like Chiefs Lions game at all?
How about the legend of Gardner Minshew?
The legend. Oh, let's do it, Uncle Rico.
Yo,
get at it.
This guy has me questioning everything that I know about football at this point. That play again. Who did they play this? The Broncos.
Yeah.
That play where he straight up just weaved and dodged between defenders that were trying to tackle him. He was looking like Aaron Rodgers out there.
Yeah.
And then just hit a dart to the receipt. Like, who is this guy? We didn't hear about him at all. And then he comes in, starts lighting the league on fire. I mean, he's not like Patrick Mahomes or anything, but like, dude's winning games.
Yeah.
Convincingly.
Yeah.
Like,
so
he's not just like relying on like his team. He's making plays.
Yeah. He is the reason why they're winning. Like Fournette, for the most part, has been
Fournette
terrible.
helped last game a lot.
Yeah, last game, yeah.
He is the reason. He's making Big Dick Nick look like medium-sized Mike.
Yeah.
Like,
ooh, nice.
But not only that, but he just also comes with so many incredible stories.
Yeah.
Do you know, like his parents almost named him Beowulf? His name is Gardner Minshew II.
I love his dad.
Neither his dad or his grandfather are named Gardner.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
It's because his dad's name is Clint, and his middle name is Clint.
Oh. I know they didn't want him to call him Junior, because, like, everyone in Mississippi is called, like, Bubba Junior, and they just wanted him to be called, like, Gardner.
There was the whole jockstrap thing, how he's, like, stretching in the thing with his jockstrap, and he likes putting a bottle of Crown Royale in his waistband. Yeah. He tried to, like, medically redshirt himself by smashing his left hand with a hammer and drinking a bottle of Jack.
Yeah. That was great. I love that. So, this thing, though, so when I was living in Portland, too, like, that last, like, couple months, they had a big game where it was, like, Washington State versus Oregon, and, like, Herbert was kind of like, oh, yeah, he's going to be the quarterback of, like, this year, he's going to come out, and he didn't. He stayed, which was kind of smart, because he didn't play that well. And, like, Gardner Minshew absolutely outplayed him, and they were so hype in, like, Washington State, and they got little mustaches and all the things, so I'm kind of... And he, like... His story is crazy, though. So, like, he goes to Alabama, or I don't know where he was playing before, but he goes to Alabama basically just to learn how to be a coach, and then, like, Mike Leach approaches him and is just like, you know what, you could give another try for this team, like, the spot is yours. And he's like, you know what, fine. And then he goes, he kills it, fifth in Heisman voting, and then not really, I guess not recruited, I forget what the word is, but, like, no one thought he was going to get drafted anyways, and then, like, kind of snuck in at the 6th round, and then just, like, luckily, Foles gets hurt, even though it shouldn't wish for someone getting hurt, and then he just comes out, and...
Nick Foles?
Yeah.
Dude, like, what is his kryptonite is just not being on the Eagles.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, basically.
He's on the Eagles. He looks like a god, and then he goes to any other team, and he looks like... I mean, he got hurt, but he just looks like a guy in the locker room. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Couple other things about Gardner Minshew. Right now, he has a current career completion percentage of 69%.
Nice.
Out of the first 3 games of the year, he had the highest passer rating through any 3 games of any rookie in the Super Bowl era.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's just this is like a different story literally every single week.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm all here for it, and I'm glad that, like, NFL Twitter has caught on. Just because I love seeing, like, the Uncle Rico photos. And
do you see that they met?
Yeah. Yeah.
They hung out and shit?
Yeah. It's fantastic. I'm all here for it. And then, okay, so we're wrapping up with, like, about an hour right now. And I just want to kind of get your opinion on how this, like, NFC North is going to be. Because I have no idea.
NFC North?
Yeah. Because all those teams are good, kind of.
Here's honestly, if I'm going to pick a second place right now, I'm picking the Lions. Like,
yeah, they've looked good, which is surprising.
It is surprising, but, like, I don't think that the other teams are going anywhere. Like, neither of them have a quarterback that can do anything. I mean, hold on. Barkley or whatever?
Not Chase Daniel?
No, Chase Daniel. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Chase Daniel looks like an upgrade. Let's all be honest. Mitch Trubisky's a bust.
Somewhat.
He looked a lot better. He looked a lot better than Mitch Trubisky, and Mitch Trubisky has never looked good once.
No, that's definitely not true. He threw for like 400 yards and like 6 touchdowns once.
Yeah, he's also got one of the best offensive coaches in the league.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
You can visibly see how much Matt Nagy is frustrated having him as a quarterback.
Yeah,
and he's going to be out within like the next year or two.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone's calling him the Blake Bortles of the Bears, which is pretty obvious. Your top 5 pick that really haven't panned out.
Fun fact. Did you know that, to anybody listening, we're going to be talking about a friend that we played rugby with in college. Did you know Nick Sinitta sacked Mitch Trubisky in high school twice?
Really?
Yeah.
What? That's insane.
Yeah, I guess that's crazy. They like played each other and shit. And,
like in Ohio? I guess Trubisky's from Ohio? Oh, shit.
Yep.
That's very cool.
A fun little factoid for you. He's like, sack that guy.
Yeah.
Now we're watching him on TV.
Yeah. Very good. I kind of like Trubisky. And the only problem with him is, like, after, like, the first read, he's, like, totally done.
Yeah.
And I kind of, like, I've definitely been wrong on this. And, because he just, like, there's so many times when Allen Robinson is just, like, open, and he either doesn't throw to him, or he throws it over his head, or, like, gets picked.
Allen Robinson is super underrated. Like, when I was back in, 2017, when I was living in Boston, or 2016, I was talking about Allen Robinson being a top 5 receiver in the league. Like, he was so good.
Yeah.
He just got injured. He tore his ACL or something. But
something like that.
He's a really, really good receiver. He's got great hands. He's just all around really, really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, they've got so many weapons on their team, and their defense, top to bottom.
Oh, it's the best defense in the league.
Yes.
Like,
coaching wise, is the Patriots, but like personnel wise, it's the Bears, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
And dude, if they just had like a B+ to A- quarterback, they could be a Super Bowl team.
I mean, if they had Dak, they would.
If they, yes.
I feel like Dak's like the litmus test.
If they had Dak Prescott on their team, average. That team's going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I agree.
I hate that I hate it.
But no, it kind of like confirms what you were saying earlier, where he's like an average quarterback, and all they really need is an average quarterback. Which maybe Chase Daniel could be like a little below average, but
Chase Daniel is definitely 100% a backup quarterback. So I don't think they're going to go anywhere. But that's also really what I think about Mitch Trubisky is that Mitch Trubisky, I don't think he's going to be anything more than a backup quarterback. Like, he's going to end up just like Blake Bortles. You're totally right. Yeah. He's like a Blake Bortles that has better running, I guess. But, like, I don't know.
Just the interceptions, like, aren't there, really.
Yeah.
All right, so you're thinking Lions are, like, the top competitor for the Packers. Basically.
I think they are, but I'm also not really worried about them.
Yeah. I think because we're about to pretty much wrap up, I just want to give you props for saying how good this Packers defense was, because you were very right.
I told you guys. I told you, Packers. Here's the thing. Defense is more about defense. I was talking about like personnel and chemistry and everything. Defense is 100% about personnel more so, unless you have somebody like a coach like Belichick. But Packers got guys.
Yeah.
And super underrated, and they look really, really good right now. They got stood up by a team that was desperate for a win, that has an incredible offensive line, and I'm honestly not that worried about it.
Yeah.
And the thing with the offense is more about coaching, chemistry, and timing, and we've been able to see flashes in the Packers offense of great, and Aaron Rodgers, and the old Aaron Rodgers had his guy Jordy Nelson and players that he'd played with for forever, and a coach they had for like 9 years straight. So like once the coaching got stale, everybody figured out what they were doing, and Rodgers was visibly frustrated at him. He gets way too much scrutiny in the league, and I'm not worried. Like my friend, I had a buddy text me when they got down. And they were like, "Well, how are your Packers doing?" And I'm like, "I'm unconcerned right now." And then like the next play, Rodgers just drove down the field for another touchdown.
Yeah.
When he turns it on, Rodgers also does not need a coach. Like the offense is great, but like if you watch him run a 2-minute drill, he will dice you up. It is day and night.
Yeah.
If you just like hand him over the play calling. But obviously you need a coach in the league, and I think Matt LaFleur is doing a great job, and I think once they get cooking, they'll be a lot better. I think it really is just a matter of time. We're in the first 4 games of the season, and a lot of weird shit happens in the first 4.
Yeah, it's pretty much like
season.
The new preseason.
Yes, I literally said that to somebody earlier this week. I'm like, we all know that the first quarter of the season is the real preseason, because like the players don't want to play games that don't matter, but it does take that time for players to get acclimated. But you're getting paid so much that you're not going to want to play those games. The preseason's stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
But also, speaking of me calling things, last time I was on your podcast, I said, "Hey guys, I really hope that Antonio Brown gets dropped.
Oh yeah.
That nobody else is going to pick him up because he's such a piece of shit."
Yeah.
So
you did say that.
I did say that.
The intuition was correct.
So right now, with that, the Packers defense and Dak Prescott, I believe I'm 3 for 3.
I'd give you a little knock though, because you thought Aaron Rodgers would come out like
I thought he would
fire,
too. You know what? I thought he would
didn't
too.
Really. He looked good against the Eagles. I'll give him that.
I
fantastic,
honestly, I think that he's got the potential. I think he's actually trying really hard to make it work with LaFleur. So
yeah.
I actually give him credit for that. I think he's kind of putting his ego aside, and he's trying to buy into the system. So he's not playing hero ball, which I'm actually really happy about. Like, if it takes them some time to get their offense together, I'm okay with, because if Aaron Rodgers stops trying to play hero ball, then Aaron Rodgers isn't going to get injured, which Carson Wentz still hasn't learned yet. Because Carson Wentz looks like a young Aaron Rodgers who's trying to play hero ball, which he basically is. Like, if anybody looks in the league looks like Aaron Rodgers, it's Carson Wentz and Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes actually has, a complete team around him.
Yeah.
To do so. But Carson Wentz is having to play hero ball with no receivers, and he's getting lit up, and it's 2 years in a row that he's been injured. And the way that they're playing right now, it looks like it's literally only a matter of time until he's out again. So he's going to have to learn the same things that Aaron Rodgers learned in his career, that you, as much as you have all of this talent and ability, your availability is so much more important.
Yeah, for sure.
Because once your quarterback's gone, your season's over.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even name who's the Packers' backup because I know Kaiser's gone.
Tim Boyle.
Who?
Tim Boyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
guess we were talking about Carson Wentz. Sorry. So I guess Josh McCown. It's kind of.
I thought they have
a little bit.
Oh, they signed Josh McCown?
Yeah, they did like last second.
Oh man, dude, he's old as he's the same age as Brady. That's how old he is.
Is he really?
Yeah.
No way.
He's one of the few players that's still in the league that was in
He's 40. He's 40.
Really?
Yeah. Tom Brady, I think, is 43, right?
He's 42.
42, yeah. So
Yeah.
Josh McCown's only 40, which is still old as fuck. Like, let's
Yeah.
not get past that.
But he's one of the few players in the league that that is still in the league that was also in NFL Street 2.
Oh, nice.
There's only a couple of them. It's like those two, technically Eli, technically Roethlisberger, and Terrell Suggs. I think those are the only guys left.
Yeah.
T. Sizzle's still making plays.
Yeah.
He got a sack last weekend.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. All right, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Any last takes? Any last plugs?
God, I hope the Packers beat the Cowboys this week.
I do too. I hope that's just a whooping too.
I'm gonna have to take a day off of work if they lose.
It's not gonna be much better Tuesday though.
I'm gonna be so happy if they win, but like if they lose, I'm gonna be miserable.
I mean,
the fact that they don't have Devontae Adams is not great, but
yeah,
who knows?
Yeah,
Jake Kumaro is gonna be in, and Rodgers loves him, so
yeah. Well, I'll be rooting for them too.
Actually, I'll make that my prediction for this week. I think Jake Kumaro is gonna have an absolute breakout game.
Okay, who is that? Their tight end?
Touchdown Jesus.
Oh.
Go look him up, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'll have to watch. It's 4 p.m.
All right, man.
Week. All right, nice talking to you, Fritz. And to all my listeners, thank you, and have a good day.